Welcome to the Grizzled Geek Reacts to RWBY. I'm Mike.
I'm Kirsten.
I'm Doug.
And it's here, guys. We're finally back after what was probably the longest year ever. It's always a long year between RWBY volumes, but this one is especially long with everything that's going on in the world. So we're excited to be back. It is Volume 8. Man, how do we feel, guys? Yes. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Doug's informing me that my mic is quiet. Is that correct?
It's better now.
It's better now.
When you said you were hi, I'm Shane, we could hardly hear you. But you're good now.
In case you didn't know, that's Shane.
That's Shane.
Yeah. I'm washed out, Shane.
Yeah.
Right over there. So,
the Brady Bunch thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, guys, you might notice, because of the state of the world where we're at, we're not all together. We're not on the couch. You're not going to be able to see Doug's knees. Which is,
sorry.
I know.
That's his fault.
Yeah. We're going to try and take a picture of Doug's knees and then kind of,
there
we go. So that's going to be his background. He's going to have a big picture of his knees.
Yeah. We'll have a green screen, and the green screen will be a picture of his knees.
Yeah. I think
in the background for you.
I think that's necessary.
Green's knees.
All right, guys. Man, here we are. Episode 1, Volume 8. You want to...
So our trailer reaction kind of got kiboshed because of audio issues again. This time it wasn't my fault.
Yeah, it was my fault. I did it.
So do we want to have a little discussion first, since we didn't get to have one yet, technically, for the... Or do we just want to get into it? Because I can go either way.
I mean, we could do a base recap. We know where we left off, where...
Yeah, let's just do a quick recap.
Crow's arrested.
Yep.
Yeah.
Salem's invading.
Salem's invading Atlas. What was that?
Penny is the maiden.
Yeah. So, and then the lantern's been stolen by
Neo, right?
Neo and Cinder.
Yeah.
So
and Ironwood went crazy and tried to kill Oscar.
And Ironwood went crazy. Yeah. So wow, quite a bit to expect here jumping into this one. So
yeah.
Are we ready, guys?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, here we go. Let's jump into it here on 3, 2, 1, play. Who's this?
I don't know.
Cinder.
Is that Cinder?
Oh, maybe.
That's Cinder.
Remember, Cinderella had to scrub the floors.
That's right.
There.
The big flying whale.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Sin. It is
With
sin.
docking base.
It's got talking bass inside. Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Wonder what they named it, because
That's
it's not some
true.
variation of Monstro.
Yeah. Which means it's gonna eat Penny.
I didn't even think of that. That's so sad.
Or Penny's gonna go into it to save somebody.
Yeah.
My queen. Cinder. When I chose you as my vessel for the maidens, I put my trust in you. So I trust that you wouldn't possibly return to me empty-handed.
The relic of knowledge. I took it right from under Ironwood's nose.
Outsmarting the General speaks less to your intellect and more to his. After all, you were outsmarted by those children first.
And according to radio chatter, that same general and his forces outsmarted you. A shame Watts never made it back.
I'm afraid the doctor was a necessary sacrifice. I do hope this little one doesn't become another.
Who is she?
Neapolitan has some very useful abilities and has proven to be a valuable asset.
You certainly do enjoy collecting assets.
Yeah, she ain't about this life.
Yeah. No.
Cinder.
Nice
Ooh.
upgrades.
Yeah.
You're here! I knew you'd... Quiet.
Oh.
So devoted to someone so incompetent. The good doctor and I were advancing the will of our goddess, dismembering the very body of this kingdom. You were merely atoning for past failures.
Polendina's creation interfered with the transfer of the Winter Maiden power. But now I know she has it. And once I return to Atlas, it won't take long to finish what I started. That power will be mine.
I've given no such command.
Ma'am, now is the time to...
This game is not yours to win, Cinder. It's mine. Just
Did you
because
forget
you're
or what?
more valuable to me than a pawn does not make you a player. Everything is already in motion. All you need concern yourself with is your ability to act when I tell you to.
Of course. Without you, I am nothing.
Skedaddle.
So dissension.
I forgot the heat's still off in Mantle.
Yeah.
Where are all the Grim?
Thank you.
Heads up.
Need a lift?
No.
Nice.
There they are.
Yeah. Oh.
I was stupid
There are a
to
lot
think
of-
the General would listen. Every
This feels
choice
very-
I made was the wrong one.
Calm
No.
before the storm.
Yeah.
We all did what we thought was best. I'm just glad you're all right.
Yeah, I see you.
Inside, hurry. I know, Sector 3 is going to need the most help. I'm sending backup your way right now. Fiona, do you copy? We need transport from Sector 3 to the crater.
Copy.
With the once heroes, now fugitives on the run, Betty and Mantle are left to wonder what the future
No.
When we heard you went off after Ironwood on your own, How did you end up down in the slums?
It's a long story. I get the feeling there's been a few of those tonight.
You're not going to tell them.
You and I aren't done talking yet.
Nice.
Where's the crow?
We don't know. Last we heard, he was with Robin, but...
All right. Your friend is back now. You ready to work? The largest Grim Horde ever seen is hovering over the tundra, and out there is a city full of people with no heat, and from what you told us, no more military protection. And while we're happy to give you guys a place to lie low for a while, it's time to get those people some help.
How? Ironwood is stopping all evacuations to Atlas, and we can't get them out of the city with Salem's forces surrounding us.
The crater, beneath Atlas. It's not safe, but it's warm. And with everyone in one place, we can do a better job protecting them. May can send you where you're needed most. We've got to get everyone down into that crater before nightfall. In the slums, we might have a chance.
Just what the Grim
We're
want.
never going to sleep
bowl
again.
full of
I just know it.
scared people.
Either you're helping, or you're baggage.
True enough.
We need to get out there and do what we can for Mantle.
We need to do what we can for everyone. What about Amity? And telling the world about Salem? We can't do this alone. We need help.
Ruby's right. The Happy Huntresses are handling the evacuation better than we could. And there's a bigger picture.
But Amity isn't even finished. It was still under construction.
Doctor, what would you need to launch Amity now?
We made decent progress on construction and fuel collection. All potentially manageable, but Amity was designed so that it couldn't launch itself without first being granted clearance from General Ironwood's terminal.
Ruby,
of course.
There is no way Ironwood will cooperate with us.
But he doesn't have to. We just need the green light from his terminal, right?
You want to go back to the academy?
Yeah, actually, there is more than one terminal. The one in his office and one in the main Atletian military compound at the base of the city. We'd have to get into the compound somehow, then get inside the operations room, and then... Oh boy, I might need to think about this some more.
And just to clarify, this is the easy option?
Right.
It can't be done. It's pointless. And even if you got the message out, there's no guarantee help would come.
It's not pointless. Atlas is only Salem's current target. She's not hiding anymore, and once she's done here, she'll move on to the rest of Remnant. We need to warn them.
Ruby, when we came here, we said we'd follow your lead. But things haven't exactly worked out.
Wow.
Whoa.
Ooh.
There are people here who need us right now. That's something we can actually do.
But this isn't about just Atlas. Ruby's right. It's about all of Remnant. They need to know
They're
in Vashon,
divvying up.
in Mistral,
Oh,
in
wow.
Vale, what's coming, so they can prepare.
Okay, then let's go for both. Get
Good
Amity
job.
up and running and evacuate Mantle.
But that's how Salem got this far, by dividing us. We have to stick together.
No. What Salem wants is to turn us against each other. Just like this. John has a point. We can work separately and still be united.
Or let me take the relic to Salem. And maybe she will call off her attack on the kingdom.
I don't think we can trust Salem to actually do that. And the moment she uses the staff to create anything else, Atlas falls onto Mantle.
Nobody's turning you over to anybody. I think that's the one thing we could all agree on.
Okay, then I guess we're going to Atlas. Can you help us get to that terminal?
I suppose someone needs to help you bypass security.
I'll go.
Penny, we can't risk...
I'll go.
Do what you gotta do. I'm going out there to see what I could do.
Gang. Go by the pharmacy. I was developing some new tools for you all before this happened. You're gonna need them.
Nora?
I'm going with Ruby.
But what about Mantle?
Oh, I'm saving Mantle. Because I actually believe we can do this.
Hey, we're still united.
I hope so.
I can get Pietro out to Amity to prepare, but that doesn't answer how we're getting all of you up to Atlas.
I might actually have an idea for that.
Hello, Penny. I'm worried for your safety. Tell me where you are, and I'll have you picked up right away. Atlas needs you, Penny. Salem is here.
She's not going anywhere until you change your mind about Mantle. There's still a chance for Remnant to
Mantle? You're still worried about Mantle? Remnant is doomed, Ruby. Unless we leave, Salem will destroy Atlas, and with it, any hope humanity has left. We need to think about the future. If she makes it through our defenses, everything that follows will be on your hands.
Oh.
Is he dead?
I don't know.
Apparently not.
New arm.
Sir, the prisoners have arrived. They're being processed in Stockade B.
Crow and Robin?
Could you give us the room, please?
I'll be fine.
Thank you, Winter. I don't know what I would do without you. No one has ever seen a Grim Force this large before. The city's hard-light shields will hold, but not forever.
What will you do, sir?
Wait, you can't be in here.
This is absurd. Let us through.
I told you we need to speak
I am going to do everything I can to defend this kingdom,
What in God's name do you think you're doing, James?
no matter the cost.
And what's this about martial law? Have you lost your damned mind? Are you that scared of what
No.
Oh,
my God. No. Holy.
Well, so much for redemption.
Yeah. He's
Slipping
gone over
away.
good.
Holy.
Oh, at least some of them are realizing they may have made a mistake.
Yeah.
I have questions for you. But first I need the one who can show me how. Bring him to me.
Oh no. Ah! Dang it! Alright, new intro.
Wow. That's cool.
Come on. Amber.
Wow.
Oh my god, what an episode.
Yeah. Ironwood went full Anakin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm so
Bummer.
grateful that the trailer showed only mostly things out of the first episode. Like, I don't feel
Right.
like it spoiled much for this entire season, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, but it hinted at stuff to come, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
They've always been really good about that, though, too. So
Yeah. I like that the initial part of that, the intro, where it shows them, you know, the new them, and then in the, you know, the cape or whatever, it shows the original costumes,
Yeah.
where they came
Them
from.
now.
Yeah. Oh. Wow. Okay. What an intro to the new volume.
For real.
You know, for not a lot happening, it caught us up. So it teased at new weapons, new weapons and gear. You know,
I think there's going to be some conflict with Penny and Ruby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Ruby, like, I noticed Ruby wasn't letting her speak for herself. Right?
Yeah.
When she talked to Ironwood, and he's like, hey, come back to us. And then Ruby just immediately jumped on. She's not going anywhere with you.
Yeah.
That's not the way to go. And then in the intro I saw, or the outro, the intro, I saw Robin Hill, like, helping up frickin' Crow, and I'm like, that's just stupid. I know I screwed everything up. Here, let me make it better.
Yeah. I just don't like the character. The character, they're going to have that, them team up and escape or whatever, but, I mean, they're going to, they did such a bad job with her character last volume that I just don't care about, you know what I mean? At this point.
I care in the fact that she is a good tool to get Crow out of there.
Yeah, but she's going to be more than that.
After that, I don't care.
Exactly. I'm like...
Well, are we making predictions here?
Sure.
On this one?
Yeah.
The Aesop's badge.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to happen, but that badge thing in the intro makes it look like Crow is somehow going to convince them that he didn't kill him and that they need to stop following Ironwood. And the fact that she's not there means she's probably going to die helping them get out.
Could
Like,
be.
Ironwood's actually going to kill her.
Yeah.
Could be.
And
I
yeah,
think that it's interesting how in that badge it was split between Crow and her, as though like maybe they're on the same path. Like maybe she's the only one of the ops that goes and actually helps because she sees how like twisted things are going with Ironwood, whereas the rest probably stick around and stay with Robin, or not Robin. What's his face?
Yeah.
That's in
Ironwood.
coma. In the coma right now.
Clover.
Clover, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. You can try and read a lot into the intro, you know, where you see Winter and Weiss kind of like with their back to each other, right?
Uh-huh.
You know, but then there was like that crossover
Yeah.
between the two of them, so you don't really, are they going to be against each other? Are they going to be, you know, join forces? It kind of teams up. But early in this episode, when they started like being divided, you know, you saw them divided up into two different teams, and you're like, okay. At first, I was like, oh man, are we going to get two different teams this volume? And then they kind of confirmed that in the intro with clearly two different teams, right?
Yeah.
Which I'm actually really kind of excited for, because I've just been realizing, like, we don't get to see Nora like fight a whole lot.
Yeah.
We don't get to see like damn it, one of us can't remember a name every episode. It's a different name for each of us.
Yeah.
What's the dog boy's name from the Aesops?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I forget.
It's something very cliche, like Rover or something like that.
Because he, So when he was first saying like you should try branching out, so maybe we're not going to get Yang and Blake on the same team.
Marrow.
Yeah.
Marrow.
Yeah.
That's his name. But you know what I'm saying, like, so maybe they'll be split up, and we get to see like more of Yang and Weiss working together, see how their synergy is.
My problem with the whole thing is that clearly, I mean, Ruby's leading one team, Jean should be leading the other team, but it looks like, I don't know, it kind of hinted that like Yang is leading the other team, both in the the conversation and in the intro. So, which I don't know how they feel about Jean not leading that team.
Right.
Remember, Jean has always been more of a tactical advisor than a leader.
Yeah. And I think I like that she's stepping up because, one, it shows how bullheaded she is. She's going to do whatever the heck she wants to do, and whoever wants to follow her, great, but she's still going to do it. And I think it also paves the path that the sisters are divided, but they'll be brought back together to fight the greater evil in the end.
I don't know.
If you go back to my
as far as a leader goes,
but if you go back to my Wizard of Oz prediction, Yang is going to be the overall leader, like take Oz's spot in the post-war world.
Going forward.
Yeah.
I just don't like seeing John kind of relegated. And it also leads into my fears of what they're going to do with John going forward, given all the behind-the-scenes stuff that's happening at Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's hard to say.
But I think that even with Yang taking the lead, that doesn't necessarily mean that she's going to be a good leader in and of herself. I think that by having Jean there, he provides us a way for her to realize that she doesn't have all of the talents necessary to be a good leader, and that she needs to rely on her teammates to help, make that rounded. So I think he'll take a step up when she sees that, but she's got to see that for herself.
Right.
I just hope they pick up the pace. This really needs to wrap up in. It's obviously not going to wrap up this season, but it needs to by the end of next season. I no longer support the idea of a trilogy for each of the school or each of the kingdoms. I don't think it's going to work. They've just been pittering around too much.
Yeah.
And even when you go, well, it was a character growth, season or whatever, or volume. Like half the episodes were. The other half were them just chasing their tails or doing other, just wasting time stuff.
Yeah. Well, they did put a timer on it. They kind of put a timer on things. They got shields that are failing, right? So, that kind of puts a timer on things that are happening. So, hopefully they pick up the pace because it's kind of endgame time. Like, Salem's there.
At least for Mantle,
Yeah, at least for Mantle, exactly. If they can get and I knew they were going to try and get the satellite thing back up. Yeah. If they can, that's probably what this volume's going to be about. The overall thing.
I think if not next volume, the volume after. I think one more volume of setting up the big final fight, the actual showdown with Ruby, because right now there's no way to stop Salem. They haven't found it yet, so they need to find it. They need to get it, and then they need to use it. That would be So they need to find what it is this season, go get it next season, and then use it the season afterwards.
Yeah.
Without everything being rushed and being able to develop something and giving it a story beat that's going to be worth they're already freaking 13 volumes we've already gone through, 7 volumes, a billion volumes. But I agree. They need to hurry up and stop piddle farting around.
Yeah.
I'm sad that we may not actually see Vacuo at this point if that's the way it works.
Yeah.
But whatever. If we get a resolution to this story that's satisfying, then we don't need to see Vacuo.
They can retire to Vacuo at the end.
Right.
What I loved about this episode is which is big into the animation about it. There was a whole lot of information and stuff without dialogue, like looks. There was a lot of just looks that told us a whole bunch, like from the very beginning with Neo to the Aesops to Winter, right? I mean, there was just a whole lot that wasn't just said, but you're like, okay, now I'm starting to get a picture of how things are going just based on, reactions,
body
and looks,
language,
body language, which is you would figure would be hard in a animation.
That's a step up in the animation.
Yeah.
That you'd be able to do that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then, does anyone want to talk about, Ironwood?
No.
I don't think we need to. I feel like that's kind of where it's at. We've all kind of stated as it happened that, it's his redemption arc is slipping away. I don't think they're going to.
And I have this theory that all of the headmasters and the guard that came before are all going to be undone by their foibles.
I think so too. I think you're right.
Because the only way, I have a feeling that the only way to get whatever it is they need to beat Salem is to overcome the failings of humanity. And their best examples are the guys who came before and kept them protected this long.
Yep. The feelings of the predecessors, for sure.
Really liked Ironwood.
Yeah.
I think we all did.
Yeah.
It's really sad to see him going this way, but I think that it kind of needs to.
You pretty much had to. All of the, and I still think all of the old characters will probably die.
Yeah.
And probably do something beneficial on their way out.
On the way out, kind of like a last minute kind of.
Yeah. I think that at some point we're going to get, the parents are going to come back. And do something to help out, and
sacrifice.
I guess the only thing we don't know is we've never been introduced to whoever the headmaster is at Vacuo.
Yeah, Vacuo's been a big mystery at this point. No one's.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see that.
Well, maybe we'll end up seeing them all in I assume what it's going to kind of be is Mantle is going to fail on some, we're going to hope that things work, and then some big failure is going to happen. It's going to trigger an apocalyptic sort of ending where everyone has to get together, and next season is going to be everyone trying to get together to go up against Salem and her forces, and then that should be the last season, hopefully. But I think
I
have
a feeling that Vacuo is. Yeah, I have a feeling Vacuo is just going to show up because all of the novels are set there.
Yeah.
And right now they're canon until they're not. How they go. So if they decide to cut Vacuo out of the show, well, that story will still be there in the novels because it's Team Copy, and and then of course Team Sun's going to be back there because that's where they were heading at the end of Volume 6.
That's true. I completely forgot about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a feeling that they just show up for the fight.
Yeah. We're still missing a maiden
too.
Yeah, there's still a maiden out there. So, all right, guys. Wow. Episode 1, Volume 8. Back into it, man. I'm excited.
This is
a good start. Good start.
I agree.
All right, guys. We're going to be back every week. New volume of RWBY. Hope to see you guys back in there. Hope to see you guys in the comments. Tell us what you think. What your theories are. Who's going to end up on the good guy's side? Who's going to end up on the bad guy's side? We all know Neo's going to be a good guy at the end. Or at least on the right side, anyway. She's got to.
I don't think she's about that whole world apocalypse lifestyle, man.
Yeah.
She's like, I just want to knock off liquor stores with my man, but he's dead.
Right.
It's like, yeah, she didn't bow. She was like looking at, and she looked at Cinder with a new light after she saw her grovel.
For sure.
So she's like,
she's got to start thinking I think it's your fault he's dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
she's starting to get those clues, isn't she?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that she's kind of seeing that she's in a little deeper than she intended to be.
Yeah.
This is a lot darker than she wanted it to be. She didn't want to bring about the end of the world. She just wanted to get back at, the death of her friend, lover, whoever he is to her. But I think that
more than friend at this point to go this far.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, either it's a sibling relationship or it's
some kind of loyalty there.
Yeah. So.
All right. Fair enough.
She had the relationship with Torchwick that freaking Emerald wants to have with Cinder.
With Cinder, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
True.
For sure.
All right, guys. So tell us what you think. Comment down below. We'd love to hear from you guys. It's good to be back. Really appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you want to check our podcast, we do live every Friday night. By the next Monday, it'll be out on all your major podcasting platforms. So be sure to check that out when we wrap up nerd news for you. Otherwise, if you want to support the channel and the things that we do here, as always, Doug, how can they help us out?
There's 3 links in the description down below. 1 to our Teespring store where you can get our cool merch. Hey, one of us is wearing it. 2, you could check us out on Patreon. Because of the way things are right now, we're not super active on there, but a few people are sticking in there helping us out. And 3, the easiest way to help us out is do your Christmas shopping through our Amazon affiliate link. Just click that link. Any shopping you do within 24 hours, we get a small kickback. Doesn't cost you anything extra.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it, especially you patrons out there who stuck with us through this crazy year. We really appreciate you guys, and we'll be back again next week with episode 2.
Woo!
Bye, guys.
Bye.